Cool, hi. Right, so I'm here to talk about ping pong balls and web browsers and how those two kind of things can fit together for a lot of fun. So here we've got a picture with a ping pong ball in it, and what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and pull out where that ping pong ball is in that picture using front-end web technology. So this is just a browser showing web page. And what we can do is, our first step is to split this into red, green and blue channels, right? So the red you can't see because of the projector, but the green and blue, so we've split this up and you can see the histograms at the bottom. And what we can do is we can select, I need to remember where it is, I think it's there. Shit. Right, and blue on here. So we've basically thresholded it on these three different channels. And what we can do is we can hopefully take the intersection of those, and we found the position of the ball, right? So we found that ball, that's cool, but it's a kind of thin sliver in the ball. And the reason for that is because we're looking in red, green, blue. And like, calling back to Andy's presentation, there's like, basically superfluous 3D graphs are bullshit, right? So here's a 3D superfluous graph. So this is the red, green, blue, and it's spinning as well for added stuff. Red, green, blue color space, so the X, Y, Z coordinates represent that. And the problem is that if you take a color and make it lighter, it traverses this color space diagonally, so when you're trying to bound that color in, your bounding box kind of has to grow as that color gets lighter. So what we can do is we can change color spaces. So if we take, instead of RGB, HSL or HSV, the way that we convert to that is we just spin it into, so it's on its top, and then draw a cylinder around it, and then this is like, so this is now kind of like HSV or whatever like that, and the advantage of that is like if you were looking through hue and saturation, the lighter color takes up much less space in that color space, so we can threshold it a lot easier. So here's that same image in H, S, and V, hue, saturation, and value. So we can now filter this again. So we go for the light here, and light. And then now, taking the intersection of those three, we've got much better battery map. Oh, yes. And we've actually used up a lot less space in that color space, so it's a lot more robust and stuff. So this is the part that might not work because it relies on like the colors, the light in this room or whatever. So that's with an image that we've just loaded in the browser, but we also have different ways of getting the imagery in. One way is to access your video camera, and this is all web technology, so this is a web page, so allow that. Hello. Right, okay, so what we've got in the top left here is HSV histograms live from that image feed. And what we can do is, this is going to be really hard with one hand on a microphone. Right. We can take this kind of purplish object.
That's what she said.
And we can basically, yeah, so we can train it on, thanks. We can train, actually, could you go? We can train it on this object, so basically you've got like this, is tracking where that is, right? Here we go. And what we can do now is we can take drawings of that position of that object, which is kind of cool. And also this is just a web page, so we can alter CSS properties. So this is altering the CSS property of that video element. And this is altering it in a different way, so this is transforming it. And because this whole presentation is just HTML and CSS, we can actually go to the next slide. So, we used this at Christmas time. We had a Christmas party and we wanted to play Pictionary. And so this is what it looked like. We had like a projector with people drawing in front of it, other people on their phones guessing what those people were drawing. This is it from the other side. This is Carl drawing a stocking. JP guessed elephant. He was wrong. And we also had trolls on it because it was an open network and stuff. The code to do this video recognition is up on our GitHub on Wildtober, and you can just basically have this callback which gets sent XY coordinates of where the thing is, and you can do things with that. We built this on Wildtober time, which is kind of nice. And another thing we do at Wildtober is we hold JS Oxford, where we talk about JavaScript and stuff. which this is all is, and oh shit. And yeah, that's it. I'm Ben. Benjamin Ben.